The film begins 28 years after some zombie outbreak. A young man named Spike has been kidnapped by a gang of Satanists led by a man named Crystal. Crystal initiates Spike by forcing him to fight one of his gang members to the death to earn a spot in their group. An older, more experienced boy steps forward to fight the terrified Spike. The boy kicks Spike to the ground, clearly planning to have fun torturing him before finishing him off. But when the boy takes his eyes off Spike for a moment, Spike quickly grabs a knife from the ground and stabs the boy in the leg. The boy panics as he sees himself bleeding profusely. By default, having defeated his opponent, Spike earns his spot in the Satanist crew. Elsewhere, Dr. Kelson, who survived the outbreak, finds a dead zombie's corpse in the wilderness. He drags it back to his hidden lair for examination and study. Meanwhile, somewhere in the woods, a special zombie called the Alpha picks up on Dr. Kelson's scent and begins stalking him through tall grass. The Alpha is different from regular zombies, more intelligent and dangerous. Dr. Kelson spots the Alpha following him and quickly pulls out a tranquilizer gun loaded with a mixture of morphine and xylazine. He fires at the Alpha, hitting him. The tranquilizer stops the Alpha's aggression. The morphine puts him into a deeply relaxed, almost euphoric state. In this calm condition, Dr. Kelson approaches and speaks to the Alpha, treating his wounds like a patient rather than a monster. There's something different about this zombie, he seems to respond, to understand on some level. Later, Dr. Kelson returns to his hideout, an underground bunker where he's safe from the roaming zombies that might find and attack him. The next day, Dr. Kelson waits for the Alpha in an open field. To his surprise, the Alpha arrives voluntarily. Kelson realizes the Alpha has returned because he likes the intoxication that comes with the tranquilizer. The morphine gives him relief from whatever torment drives zombies to violence. Dr. Kelson has a revelation. He tells the Alpha directly that if the Alpha kills him, he'll never find another source of morphine or relief. But in exchange for not harming him, Dr. Kelson will provide the Alpha with as much morphine as he needs. It's a gamble, betting that the zombie's craving for relief is stronger than his hunger for flesh. Dr. Kelson fires another tranquilizer dose into the Alpha. They sit together by the riverside in peaceful silence. Dr. Kelson wonders aloud whether the Alpha truly understands him or if this is just animal conditioning. Dr. Kelson then asks the Alpha whether he still has memories from his past life, from before he became infected, but the Alpha says nothing, just stares. Then Dr. Kelson does something incredibly risky. He puts his complete faith in their agreement. He injects himself with morphine, which makes him fall unconscious almost immediately, leaving him completely vulnerable. Hours later, Dr. Kelson wakes up and finds himself still in one piece, unharmed. The Alpha could have easily killed and eaten him but chose not to. This tells Dr. Kelson that the Alpha understood their agreement. It's real progress and gives him hope that he might be able to cure or reverse the zombie infection. As days go by, the Alpha visits Dr. Kelson regularly for his daily morphine doses. They sit together in the fields, an unlikely companionship between human and infected. Elsewhere in the forest, a group of other survivors spots a zombie. One of them decides to kill it quietly before it can call others with its screams. But the zombie does scream before dying. Almost immediately, other zombies appear from the forest and chase after the survivors. One is caught and infected. Within moments, he turns into a zombie himself and joins the chase. The last two survivors manage to run back to their farmhouse where they find the rest of their group. But they discover their people are being held hostage by Spike's new Satanist gang, who are eating all their stored food. One survivor throws a pot of boiling water across the table, creating chaos that gives some people a chance to escape. A pregnant woman manages to get away, but the others are still captured by the gang. Later, the gang ties their victims up in a shed. Crystal orders his members to skin their victims alive, claiming this is what Satan wants. He proclaims that he is Satan's son, just like Jesus is God's son. His followers, promised seats alongside the devil in hell, obey without question. Meanwhile, that evening, while the Alpha is intoxicated with morphine under the moonlight, something miraculous happens. He speaks his first word, moon. Dr. Kelson is shocked by this breakthrough. He'd been close to giving up on his efforts to cure the infected, but this proves the Alpha is becoming more human again. Back at the shed, Crystal tells one of their captives that he's willing to give him a chance at life in his group. The man must fight to the death with any gang member he chooses. Unknown to everyone, the pregnant lady who escaped earlier is hiding in the ceiling of the shed, watching through gaps in the boards, waiting for a chance to help her friends. The captive agrees to fight and chooses his opponent, a female gang member, assuming she'll be easy to defeat. But the woman knows how to fight and quickly cuts his arm open. As she prepares to kill him, the pregnant lady unhooks a large hook from the ceiling and throws it down, and it strikes the female gang member and kills her. The gang spots the pregnant woman and goes after her. The injured captive, crawling on the floor, starts a fire using a gas tank. The shed erupts in flames, creating chaos that allows the pregnant woman to escape into the night. The next day, the Alpha, whom Dr. Kelson has started calling Samson, wakes up at Dr. Kelson's bone temple. He's sober but clear-headed, as if he's closer to being fully human again. For the first time, Samson tries eating grapes instead of craving human brains. It's a monumental shift. Later, Samson walks through the forest and fragments of memory slowly return. He remembers himself on a moving train before the outbreak, living a normal life. Elsewhere, Crystal and his cult stalk Dr. Kelson from the forest. His followers spot the bone temple and ask if that's Satan's dwelling. Crystal realizes his lies are about to be exposed if they meet Dr. Kelson, who clearly isn't actually the devil. Thinking quickly, Crystal tells his followers that Dr. Kelson is Satan in his human disguise. He points to the temple built with human skulls as proof. Surely only the devil himself would create such a place. His followers are excited and want to meet Satan immediately. But Crystal refuses, telling them that he must be the first to meet his father since Satan might not be in the mood for visitors. Crystal approaches Dr. Kelson alone and asks directly if he is Satan. Kelson tells him no, he's just a doctor. The reason he built his temple with human skulls is to pay tribute to all the fallen victims of the virus, to honor the dead. Crystal is extremely disappointed and frightened that his power over his followers will crumble. To maintain control, he strikes a deal with Dr. Kelson. He won't kill the doctor if Dr. Kelson pretends to be Satan and gives his followers a grand convincing welcome that evening. Dr. Kelson agrees, realizing he has no choice if he wants to survive. Later that evening, Crystal tells his followers excitedly that his father Satan has agreed to meet them tomorrow evening. But he warns them they're not allowed to touch Satan, doing so would mean instant death. The next day, Samson, the Alpha, begins washing himself in a river. These are clear signs that the morphine treatment is breaking down the zombie virus from within, restoring his humanity. Later, Samson enters a wrecked train abandoned in the forest. Something in his recovering consciousness tells him to go inside. As he sits in one of the seats, powerful flashbacks hit him. He sees himself on this exact train with other people, headed to London before the outbreak. A ticket inspector asks for his ticket. But when Samson tries to speak in the memory, the vision shifts. He sees the other passengers as zombies. They sense that he's no longer fully one of them and attack him. Samson fights back desperately but gets overwhelmed. That evening, Crystal leads his followers into the bone temple. Dr. Kelson has lit it dramatically with candles, creating an atmosphere of genuine fear and awe. The followers feel they're truly entering the devil's lair. Dr. Kelson appears wearing a mask and costume, disguised as Satan himself. He performs for them, using fire and theatrical tricks to convince them he truly comes from hell. The followers are left speechless, completely believing what they see. Kelson then tells the followers authoritatively that they must always follow Crystal and never question his leadership, because Crystal is Satan's only son. The followers accept this completely. Right as the cult is about to leave, Dr. Kelson spots Spike's face behind his mask. Something about the boy makes him stop them. Dr. Kelson declares that he requires a sacrifice. Just like God required Jesus' sacrifice, Crystal must give his life for Satan. But Crystal refuses and stabs Dr. Kelson, exposing him as a fraud and showing his followers that Dr. Kelson is not actually Satan. Spike, tired of Crystal's sick and twisted reality, then stabs Crystal as well. A female gang member walks up and knocks Crystal unconscious. She looks at Dr. Kelson and asks desperately if he's really not the devil. Dr. Kelson, bleeding badly, tells her no. Those things don't exist. Only humans exist, capable of both great evil and great good. Ink is clearly broken. She's been groomed since childhood to believe in Crystal's twisted religion, and now her entire worldview has collapsed. Later, Ink crucifies Crystal upside down as punishment for leading them all into lies and delusion. They then leave, abandoning their former leader. Crystal, hanging upside down and dying, thinks he sees the devil finally walking into the bone temple. But it's actually Samson arriving. Samson tells Dr. Kelson how grateful he is for everything the doctor did for him, giving him back his humanity. Before Dr. Kelson can respond, he passes away from blood loss. Samson gently takes Dr. Kelson's body and carries it away, leaving Crystal behind. Crystal cries out, convinced that the devil has chosen Dr. Kelson over him, that even in death he's been rejected. Weeks pass, and far away from the bone temple, we meet Jim living peacefully with his young daughter in relative safety. Suddenly, they hear something outside. They see two people, Spike and Ink, running desperately onto their property, being chased by a group of infected zombies. Jim makes a decision. Despite the risk, he and his daughter get ready to help them. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more notifications. Until next time. See you soon.